So for those of you who don't know, which is probably none of you all, not only am I a gym owner, but I DoorDash on the side. So I'm deciding to start shooting a little bit of my content while I'm doing my side hustle situation. So let's touch on this Gervonta Davis, Jake Paul situation. As much as I hate it, as much as I'm not a fan of the fight, I'm not a fan of it happening. Unfortunately, it's boxing. By definition, it's boxing, not respectably. So we got to start talking about it. Firstly, Tank Davis let us know a long time ago that he was done boxing, pretty much. Like his heart wasn't in it anymore, and he was done with the politics. Now, of course, there are plenty of fights that we would all rather have seen. We would love to see Tank fight Shakur Stevenson. Now, I personally think that Tank is intimidated by Shakur Stevenson. Nobody at 35 beats Shakur. Nobody at 35 beats Shakur. I don't care what you may think. I don't care about your bias as far as you calling him a runner. I don't care about the Shakur Twitterson talk. Nobody at 35 beats Shakur. Not at this point in time. I would have liked to have seen Tank Davis fight Lamont Roach, because I do think that Lamont Roach did enough to pull that fight off. And yeah, Tank Davis should have lost that fight, in my opinion. I would have liked to see Tank Davis fight, what's my dude that talks a lot from VA? Keyshawn Davis. Tank Davis would have probably had a better time or a better possibility of winning against Keyshawn Davis than the rest of those guys. And I would also like to have seen Tank Davis fight Abdullah Mason. Even though it's early for Abdullah Mason, skill-wise, it's a great fight. Skill-wise, he would have given Tank Davis some problems. So there were plenty of fights out there at 35 for Tank Davis if he was in it for legacy. But we have to understand at this point in time that Tank Davis is not in boxing for legacy. He's going to grab this check and he's going to go. I believe he's got tired of the politics of boxing. And it's not respectable, in my opinion, to go out on such a low note as to fight somebody with a 50-pound difference. And I don't know if the talk is true or not about them having to both be at, the 190s or whatnot, but that makes Tank a little fat butterball. So that's not going to happen for Tank anyway. I saw the goofy weigh-in. I didn't see the whole weigh-in. Let me not say that. I saw enough of it, which was just the clips on IG. Just enough to be disgusted by it. And like I said, I still can't believe this fight is being made. But yeah, man, what if Jake Paul actually rocks Tank Davis? Let's discuss the what if. What if Jake Paul rocks Tank Davis? Tank Davis made a comment in a clip that I seen that said, "I better not find out anything or I'm knocking all of y'all out." Listen, man, Tank Davis is looking right now for a reason to, in my opinion, void the fight. Georgia already didn't even accept the fight because of how ridiculous it is. I can't believe Florida did. I don't know who Jake Paul had to pay to make this fight happen, but he's paying somebody. Because this should honestly be illegal. It should be illegal to fight somebody outside of your weight class to this degree. So Jake Paul's paying somebody. Who? I don't know. Tank Davis is looking for Jake Paul to pop dirty. I don't think it's going to happen because Jake Paul has heavy pockets and he's going to pay somebody to make sure that those tests come up clear and clean. Tank trusts nobody in the industry. He doesn't trust them snack boys, which he has every right not to trust the snack industry. With Victor Conte, we all know why. I shouldn't have to address it. However, I think Tank is looking for an out from this fight. And I believe there is possibly something within the contract as to where if Jake Paul pops dirty, he pays an astronomical amount of money. I don't even see the fight happening, y'all. I'm going to be real about it. Even though there are press conferences and things of that nature, I don't see it happening. It's not going to be a real fight, personally. But Tank Davis is already looking for an out. This is one of the dumbest fights, and this is you guys' fault. You guys who have always wanted to see crossbreeds and MMA crossover into boxing and boxing crossover into MMA. You open the lane for individuals like Jake Paul to get into boxing. So I personally can't be mad at him exploiting the ignorance of fans. He's going to rob you blind. You know, this fight is a disgrace. I don't even know who's on the undercard. I don't care. And yeah, I don't even know what else to say about this mockery. But what if this fight goes through? What if Jake Paul rocks Tank? Then what? Then what happens to Tank's legacy if he gets rocked by the YouTuber for agreeing to such stupid terms? I don't know, y'all. I'm gonna leave this one up to y'all. I'm looking for you all's feedback on this one. I can't even comment too much because I don't watch Jake Paul fights. I think it was a disgrace that the Mike Tyson fight happened. And yeah, I'm sorry, I'm speechless about this thing. So what do y'all think? Y'all got it. I'll respond to you all's comments about it. I'm going to go back and shoot another video about a real card that's coming up that might make Turkey the GOAT. Y'all seen that boxing card? I'll talk about it on the next video. Like, comment, share, subscribe.